He was sitting in his own car in the parking lot of his own home. It was early morning, the neighborhood was quiet. Then someone walked up, opened his door, and shot him once in the neck. By the time anyone realized something was wrong, Jason Marous was already gone. It has now been over 2 years. No arrest, no confirmed motive. And the only person investigators ever identified as a person of interest, a masked figure caught on surveillance, has never been found. This is the unsolved murder of Jason Marous. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, we cover true crime cases. Real stories, real people, real families, still waiting for justice. If that's the kind of content you're looking for, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. It means the world to this channel, and it helps us keep covering cases like this one. Today we're going to walk through everything that is publicly known about the death of Jason William Marous, who he was, what happened that early morning, what investigators found, and where the case stands right now. Jason Marous was 36 years old. He had grown up in Ohio, and in April 2014, he made the decision to move to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. His family says he had recently come out as gay and was looking for a fresh start, somewhere bigger, more welcoming, where he could truly be himself. By all accounts, he found that. Fort Lauderdale, specifically the Middle River Terrace neighborhood where he lived, had a strong LGBTQ community. People who knew Jason described him as someone who lit up a room. His mother, Debbie Lawrence, has said publicly that he would give you the shirt off his back. He was funny, generous, kind. He spent his free time running on the beach, paddleboarding, kayaking, and working on his garden. His social media was filled with lively photos of sunrises over the water. He worked a construction job. He had friends both in Florida and back home in Ohio who loved him deeply. He had just turned 36, 2 weeks before he was murdered. Let's walk through what is known about the night of January 5th into the early morning hours of January 6th, 2023. According to the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, Jason was in a relationship at the time, a 5-month relationship with a married man. That evening, the two had plans to meet up at Eagle, a bar in Wilton Manors, a neighboring city just north of Fort Lauderdale. After 1:30 in the morning, Jason never showed up. He also stopped responding to calls and text messages. His boyfriend, concerned, called a Lyft and headed to Jason's apartment in the 800 block of Northeast 14th Place in the Middle River Terrace neighborhood off Dixie Highway. When he arrived at around 3:45 a.m., he used a hidden key to get inside the apartment. Jason wasn't there. He went back outside to the parking lot. A neighbor pointed him toward Jason's red Ford Edge SUV, assuming Jason might be asleep inside. When the boyfriend approached the vehicle, he found Jason slumped over in the driver's seat. He had a wound to his neck. He was bleeding. The driver's door was slightly open. Police were called. Jason Marous was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause of death was a single gunshot wound to the neck. Fort Lauderdale Police and Broward County detectives took over the investigation. Canvassing the area and reviewing available surveillance footage became an immediate priority. In February 2023, approximately 6 weeks after the murder, Fort Lauderdale Police released surveillance footage to the public. The video, filmed around 1:30 in the morning on January 6th, shows a man walking in the area near the scene of the shooting. The man is described as wearing a beanie, a face mask, a long-sleeve shirt and pants. He is seen walking away from the area. To this day, he has never been publicly identified or taken into custody. Detectives released the footage specifically to ask for the public's help. The man in the video is considered a person of interest, but police have never publicly confirmed whether he is a suspect or whether he is even connected to the shooting. Jason's family and friends have always had doubts about whether this was a random crime. Here's why. When Jason was found, nothing had been taken from him. His wallet was still there. His iPhone was still there. His Apple Watch was still on his wrist. If this were a robbery gone wrong, the perpetrator left empty-handed. The family believes the neighborhood, a residential area near a condo complex, is not the kind of place where someone would typically wait for a random victim. According to reporting by Out SFL, Jason's mother has shared her belief that the shooter opened the car door and that there may have been some kind of struggle before Jason was shot. Broward County Crime Stoppers and Jason's family have offered a combined reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to an arrest. That reward remains active. As of late 2024, detectives with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department told the family that the case was going cold. A department spokesperson confirmed publicly that investigators, quote, continue to sort through any and all tips related to the case, but do not currently have any active investigative leads. That is where the investigation stands today. This case would likely be far less known without the relentless effort of Jason's mother, Debbie Lawrence, and the rest of his family and friends. In the months following the murder, family members traveled from Ohio to Fort Lauderdale multiple times, clearing out Jason's apartment, speaking to media, hanging flyers throughout the neighborhood, and doing anything they could to keep his name visible. In May 2023, they teamed up with Broward Crime Stoppers to announce the $50,000 reward. In December 2023, on what would have been close to the one-year mark, his mother was back in Fort Lauderdale again, speaking with local news, pushing for answers. In January 2025, the second anniversary of his death, family and friends returned once more. They put flyers on car windows, left them at a nearby convenience store, and distributed them throughout the area. Debbie Lawrence spoke to news cameras. She said, "We don't want him forgotten. Someone knows something, and I'm just pleading with them. Contact Crime Stoppers or Fort Lauderdale Police so we can start to heal." In a deeply moving moment covered by Out SFL, Lawrence shared that she has been writing a letter to her son's murderer, not full of rage, but working toward forgiveness. She said, "I think someday I'll be able to forgive him because I don't think he meant it, but I need help to get this solved so I can move on." In July 2023, a mural of Jason dancing was added to the Fieldhouse Gymnasium, an LGBTQ affirming space in his hometown of Lakewood, Ohio, in his memory. The family has also connected with the broader missing and murdered advocacy community. Debbie Lawrence attended Purdue University's Cold Case Symposium in 2024, where Jason's photo was included in a slideshow, and she met other families going through similar pain. Jason Marous moved to Fort Lauderdale for a fresh start. He found a community, built a life, and by all accounts was living authentically and happily. He was 36 years old with everything ahead of him, and on January 6, 2023, someone took all of that away and has faced no consequences for it. His family refuses to let him be forgotten. If you are watching this and you live in the Fort Lauderdale area, or if you have any information, no matter how small it seems, about the man seen on that surveillance footage or about the events of that night, please reach out to Broward County Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. There is a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to an arrest. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this was a targeted killing or a random act of violence? The family believes it was targeted, nothing was stolen, and the neighborhood doesn't fit the profile of an opportunistic crime. What do you think? And do you believe the person seen on the surveillance footage is the shooter, or could they be an unrelated witness who has simply never come forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Cases like this sometimes get solved because the right person sees a video, makes a connection, and picks up the phone. If this video was worthwhile to you, please give it a like. It helps more people find the case. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We cover real cases, real families, and real investigations. Every subscriber helps us reach more people and keep stories like Jason's alive. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Jason Marous.